You do not meet a man but frowns. Our bloods no more obey the heavens than our couriers still seem as does the king's. But what's the matter? His daughter and the heir of the kingdom whom he purposed to his wife's sole son, a widow that late he married, hath referred herself unto a poor but worthy gentleman. She's wedded, her husband banished, she imprisoned. All is outward sorrow, though I think the king be touched at very heart. None but the king. He that hath lost her too, so is the queen that most desired the match, but not a courier, although they wear their faces to the bent of the king's looks, hath a heart that is not glad at the thing they scowl at. And why so? He that hath missed the princess is a thing too bad for bad report. And he that hath her, that married her, a lack good man, and therefore banished, is a creature such as to seek through the regions of the earth. For one his like, there would be something failing in him that should compare. I do not think so fair and outward and such stuff within endows a man but he. You speak him far. I do extend him so within himself, crush him together rather than unfold his measure duly. What's his name and birth? I cannot delve him to the root. His father was called Cecilius, who did join his honor against the Romans with Cymbeline, but had his titles been Tenatius, whom he served with glory and admired success, so gained the suredition Leonatus, and had besides this gentleman in question 2 other sons, who in the wars of the time died with their swords in hand, for which their father, then old and fond of issue, took such sorrow that he quit being and his gentle lady. Big of this gentleman our theme deceased as he was born. The king he takes the babe to his protection, calls him posthumous Leonatus, breeds him and makes him of his bedchamber, puts to him all the learnings that his time could make him the receiver of, which he took as we do ere fast as 'twas ministered, and in his spring became a harvest, lived in court, which rare it is to do, most praised, most loved, a sample to the youngest, to the more mature a class that feared them, and to the graver a child that guided dotards, to his mistress, for whom he now is banished, her own price proclaims how she esteemed him and his virtue, but her election may be truly read what kind of man he is. I honor him, even out of your report. But pray you tell me, is she sole child to the king? His only child. He had 2 sons. If this be worth your hearing, mark it. The eldest of them at 3 years old, ere the swathing clothes the other from their nursery were stolen, and to his honor hour no guess in knowledge which way they went. How long is this ago? Some 20 years. That a king's children should be so conveyed, are so slackly guarded, and their search so slow that could not trace them. Howsoe'er 'tis strange, or that the negligence may well be laughed at, yet is it true, sir. I do well believe you. We must forbear. Here comes the gentleman, the queen and princess. No, be assured you shall not find me, daughter, after the slander of most stepmothers evil-eyed unto you. You're my prisoner, but your jailer shall deliver you the keys that lock up your restraint, for you, Posthumus. So soon as I can win the offended king, I will be known your advocate. Marry, yet the fire rages in him, and 'twere good you leaned unto his sentence with what patience your wisdom may inform you. Please, your highness, I will from hence today. You know the peril of fit to turn about the garden, pitying the pangs of bought affections, though the king hath charged you should not speak together. Oh, dissembling courtesy! How fine this tyrant can tickle where she wounds. My dearest husband, I something fear my father's wrath, but nothing always reserved my holy duty. What his rage can do on me, you must be gone, and I shall here abide the hourly shot of angry eyes, not comforted to live, but that there is this jewel in the world that I may see again. My queen, my mistress, O lady, weep no more, lest I give cause to be suspected of more tenderness than doth become a man. I will remain the loyalest husband that did e'er plight troth. My residence in Rome at one Philarius, who to my father was a friend to me, known better by letter. Thither write, my queen, and with mine eyes I'll drink the words you send, though ink be made of gall. Be brief, I pray you. If the king come, I shall incur, I know not how much of his displeasure. Yet I'll move him to walk this way. I never do him wrong, but he does by my injuries to be friends, pays dear for my offences. Should we be taking leave, as long a term as yet we have to live, the loathness to depart would grow. Adieu. Nay, stay a little. Were you but riding forth to air yourself, such parting were too petty. Look here, love, this diamond was my mother's. Take it hard, but keep it till you woo another wife when Imogen is dead. How now, another? You gentle gods, give me but this I have, and sear up my embracements from the next with bonds of death. Remain thou here, where sense can keep it on, and sweetest, fairest as I my poor self did exchange for you, to your so infinite loss, so in our trifles I still win of you. For my sake, wear this, it is a manacle of love, I place it upon this fairest prisoner. Oh, the gods, when shall we see again? Alack, the king. Thou basest thing, avoid hence from my sight, if after this command thou fraught the court with thy unworthiness, thou diest. Away! Thou art poison to my blood. The gods protect you, and bless the good remainders of the court. I am gone. There cannot be a pinch in death more sharp than this is. O disloyal thing that shouldst repair my youth, thou heapest a year's age on me. I beseech you, sir, harm not yourself with your vexation. I am senseless of your watch. A touch more rare subdues all pangs, all fears. Past grace, obedience, past hope, and in despair that way past grace. That mightest have had the sole son of my queen. Oh, blessed that I might not! I chose an eagle and did avoid a puttock. Thou tookest a beggar, wouldst have made my throne a seat for baseness. No, I rather added a lustre to it. O thou vile one! Sir, it is your fault that I have loved Posthumus. You bred him as my playfellow, and he is a man worth any woman, overbuys me almost the sum he pays. What, art thou mad? Almost, sir. Heaven restore me. Would I were another's daughter, and my Leonatus, our neighbour shepherd's son. Thou foolish thing, they were again together. You have done not after our command. Away with her and pen her up. Beseech your patience. Peace, dear lady daughter, peace. Sweet sovereign, leave us to ourselves and make yourself some comfort out of your best advice. Nay, let her languish a drop of blood a day, and being aged, die of this folly. Fie, you must give way. Here is your servant. How now, sir? What news? My lord, your son drew on my master. Ha! No harm, I trust, is done. There might have been, but what my master rather played than fought, and had no help of anger, they were parted by gentlemen in hand. I am very glad on it. Your son's my father's friend. He takes his part to draw upon an exile. A brave sir. I would. They were in Afric both together. Myself by with a needle that I might prick the goer back. Why came you from your master? On his command. He would not suffer me to bring him to the haven. Left these notes of what commands I should be subject to. Won't please you to employ me. This hath been your faithful servant. I dare lay mine honour he will remain so. I humbly thank you, Highness. Pray walk a while. About some half hour hence pray you speak with me. You shall at least go see my lord aboard, for this time leave me. Sir, I would advise you to shift. The violence of action hath made you reek as a sacrifice. Wherefore, air comes out, air comes in. There's none abroad so wholesome as that you vent. If my shirt were bloody, then to shift it, have I hurt him? No, faith, not so much as his patience. Hurt him? His body's a passable carcass if he be not hurt. It is a thoroughfare for steel if it be not hurt. His steel was in debt, it went to the backside the town. The villain would not stand me. No, but he fled forward still toward your face. Stand you. You have land enough of your own, but he added to your having, gave you some ground. As many inches as you have oceans, puppies. I would they had not come between us. So would I, till you had measured how long a fool you were upon the ground, and that he should love this fellow and refuse me. If it be a sin to make a true election, she is damned. Sir, as I told you always, her beauty and her brain go not together. She's a good sign, but I have seen small reflection of her wit. She shines not upon fools, lest the reflection should hurt her. Come out to my chamber. Would there had been some hurt done? I wish not so, unless it had been the fall of an ass, which is no great hurt. He'll go with us. I'll attend your lordship. Nay, come, let's go together. Well, my lord. I would thou grewest unto the shores of the haven, and questionedst every sail. If he should write, and I not have it, 'twere a paper lost, as offered mercy is. What was the last that he spake to thee? It was his queen, and waved his handkerchief, and kissed it, madam. Senseless linen, happier therein than I, and that was all. Now, madam, so long as he could make me with his eye or ear distinguish him from others, he did keep the deck with glove or hat or handkerchief still waving, as the fits and stirs of his mind would best express how slow his soul sailed on, how swift his ship. Thou shouldst have made him as little as a crow or less ere left to after eye him. Madam, so I did. I would have broke mine eye strings, cracked them, but to look upon him to the diminution of space. It pointed him sharp as my needle. Nay, followed him till he had melted from the smallness of a gnat to air, and then I turned mine eye and wept. But good Pisanio, when shall we hear from him? Be assured, madam, with this next vantage, I did not take my leave of him, but had most pretty things to say, ere I could tell him how I should think on him at certain hours, such thoughts and such, or I could make him swear the chaise of Italy should not betray mine interest and his honour, or have charged him at the 6th hour of morn, at noon, at midnight, to encounter me with horizons, for then I am in heaven for him, or ere I could give him that parting kiss which I had set betwixt two charming words, comes in my father, and like the tyrannous breathing of the north, shakes all our buds from growing. The Queen, madam, desires your highness' company. Those things I bid you do, get them dispatched. I will attend the Queen. Madam, I shall.